All right, we are live. Let's let this video connect on YouTube so that we can get the link over to our community over here. And by the way, if you are an entrepreneur or a business owner and you are struggling to get to your first six figures in business, we have a home for you, a community for you, and we invite you to join it. So go to shaycannon.info/group. And I'm still trying to grab this link to put in the community. Uh, I guess we got to refresh it. There we go. Now I can see the share link and I can see the comments. We're going to throw that over here in the community. Again, shaycannon.info/group. Please join us, okay? We talk about things that are transformational for your business growth, kind of like this morning show, all right? So let's get started. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures Morning Show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. It all starts with the blog, and this week's blog is at shaycannon.com/second. Okay, second. SECOND, because we have been talking all week about it seems like a second recession. So what should we as entrepreneurs and small business owners be doing? Okay. During this hard economic time, whether it's a recession or not, what we know for sure is we're not bringing in as much revenue as we were, and people are not spending as much money to get a return on investment. They're not investing like they were. So that's what we know for sure. Call it what you want to call it, right? So we've come up with 4 strategies of what we should be doing right now in this economic time. The first strategy was you need to streamline your offerings, okay? If you want to hear more about that, then catch Monday's replay. That was part 1. Okay. The second one was enhance your value proposition. That could be the same as your unique selling proposition, either way. Okay. But if you need to catch that, that was Tuesday's replay. That was part 2. All right. Part 3 was yesterday's replay. It was leverage cost-effective marketing channels. Because let me tell you how, I don't care what the economic times are. If you're not marketing, then you are killing your business, because marketing is the lifeblood of your business. So we still got to market, right? We just have to find a way to do that as cost-effective as possible. Now, your 4th strategy is what we're talking about today, and that is optimize operations and reduce costs. Okay. So this includes your business processes to increase efficiency, okay? Because we still got the same amount of time in the day, but we need to make that time count even more, okay? That's what we should be doing. That's what productivity is, right? Not just lollygagging in the time, because the time is going to be the time, but what you get done in that time is what costs, what gives you the most benefit, okay? Effectiveness while reducing costs and minimizing expenses without sacrificing quality and performance. Okay. That's the key. We can't just start cutting stuff, but we needed that stuff, right? Almost everything that we cut, we're going to have to figure out how it's still going to get done in another way, a most cost-effective way. So when we're reducing costs, we have to keep in mind, are we also reducing quality, or are we also reducing performance? Okay. Now, the goals. Let's talk about the goals of being cost-effective. Is to improve the profit margin, okay? Enhance productivity and increase business flexibility to fit the current climate. That's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to lose performance or lose quality, okay? Keep that in mind. Now, your how-to, you know I got 5 of them for you. So, number 1, you want to automate your routine tasks. There are a bunch of routine stuff that does not take your exact genius. What tech can we employ to be doing that stuff so that we can be more productive doing the things that only we can do? Okay. So automate routine tasks. So all of that, sending a manual email, how can we set that up as an automation, right? All of that, I have to send a proposal, and then I have to send the contract, and then I have to send a payment. How can that be automated? Okay, it's all kind of automation tools out there. So look at what you're doing that doesn't take your genius, okay? And see if there's a tech out there that we can employ to do that instead of you, okay? Good morning, Miss Deborah Mitchell over here on the YouTube side. Number 2, we want to reconsider non-core activities. Okay. Now, as a service-based business, some of y'all tend to throw stuff in there that don't get them from A to B. You just throwing stuff in there. Some of it was that confidence pricing. Some of that is that imposter syndrome. But let's relook at this stuff. Okay. What are the things that need to be done? Let's streamline to that. Remember, streamlining the offer, right? But also all this extra stuff you're doing that's not a part of the contract, not a part of the program and the plan. Cut it out. Okay. Cut it out. Even internally in your business, some of the things that we have begun to do routinely aren't very much serving us, especially not now when time is literally money. Okay. So I need you to look at those things. I also need you to look at the way that you're doing things, right? Like yesterday, we talked about we need more cost-effective marketing activities. However, guess what? If being across 5 different social channels is making you do more, okay, then what are your top key channels? Let's reduce it to the core channels, okay? So start thinking about in your business, what are non-core activities you seem to be doing, even if you enjoy them. Okay, even if you enjoy them, what are the things that you're doing that aren't necessarily core to you making money? I need you to look at it. And then I need you to reconsider doing them at all, let alone doing them as much as you do them. All right. Number 3, streamline the supply chain. We know that's what Kimberly's doing right now. She's streamlining her manufacturers. She's streamlining her products. But even us as service providers, we need to look at our supply chain. Right? And that could be service providers that service us. That could be tech. What tech are you paying monthly for and you're not using right now? Let me tell you, that one where y'all are paying for these webinar platforms and have yet to do a webinar, cut it out. Let's stop. Okay? So you need to be looking at what is serving you right now. That's what we're paying for. Things that you say, well, I'm going to get to that or I'm going to do that. That's a part of my future plan. That's not right now. That's not right now. Okay. So look at your supply chain. What is supplying your business? Is it the best? Is there something cheaper that may even have more features out there? Let me tell you how I had a meeting with our tech guru, Letitia Austin, yesterday. And she is really wanting me to do go high level. And I was like, yeah, but the things that you're telling me, it's not going to save me that much money for what I value in my business right now. Until she showed me they had a cart and affiliate program. I just paid ThriveCart $690 for lifetime. And they got one for $99 a month. What? And all the other things, watch your girl go high level. And watch how your girl, after 2 days of giving them $700, told ThriveCart, hey, can I get my money back? Let me get my money back. Can I get my money back? Give my money back. Okay. So the thing, and again, go high level is one of those all-in-ones, right? But I wanted to make sure it did what I needed to do for the things that I needed it to be best in class at. I don't need it to do all the things well, because I may or may not even use all the things, but the things that I needed to do, your girl needs it to do it. Okay. But so think about go high level. Leticia has even what is it called? Affiliate link that I will give you guys here in just a moment. But go high level. Think about it. Anyway, so that is streamlining the supply chain. The next thing you want to do is implement a lean team. Okay, implement a lean team. When times were good, y'all was out here hiring all the VAs. Some of the VA agencies didn't even have VAs to spare. Y'all was out here hiring all of them, right? Well, now I need you to look and see what are the skill sets of them, and do you need so many, right? Who is on your team? Are they doing things that move the needle? Some of that stuff you can get back. Okay. Oh, my VA manages my calendar. Okay. So does Acuity and other tech. Okay. So look at your team. How can you make it lean without what again? Losing quality and losing performance. Because again, if they're not doing it, who's going to do it? Let's see what that is. If they're not doing it, is it even a core activity that needs to be done? Think about that. All right. And last but not least, we want to review and adjust regularly. So we want to go back through these 4 things and even the other 3 strategies. We want to do these things regularly to make sure that we're where we need to be. We're getting the most out of what we have, and we're not being wasteful with our time or our money. Okay. So without the discussion, let me run back through it. Okay. Automate routine tasks. Reconsider non-core activities. Streamline your supply chain. That's whether you're a product or service-based business. Implement lean team. And number 5, last but not least, is review and adjust regularly. Okay, so I'm going to start with Tracy Power because we missed her. Which of these will you say would be the one you know you need to implement as soon as possible? And do you have any obstacle to implementing that? Let me grab this affiliate link for Go High Level. Put that in. Oh, okay. Yeah. Put that in studio. Let's put it over here on the YouTube side. And I think that Tracy can't join us. So Tracy just used the in studio comments to answer the question. Dr. LaFera, which of these do you know you need to implement as soon as possible?
Mine is probably automate routine tasks. I have to see if I can do something with my emails because they're getting out of hand. And I am missing some of them when they come in. So I have to figure out how to do that because I don't trust that to a VA. And right now, I don't really have time to do that.
Okay. So what that sounds like to me is because let me tell y'all something. If your sales are not matching the number of emails you got going in, that let me know you got a bunch of junk emails coming in, and that's why you're missing sales, right? So one of the things that I employ as something to guard against that is I have a Gmail, a free Gmail that I use for all of my business spam. Okay. So anything I sign up for, including Go High Level, whatever I sign up for, I use that Gmail. Okay. Anytime I'm signing up for a webinar from somebody for my business or whatever, I use that Gmail. The only thing I use my inbox for is clients. Okay. Clients, news stuff. You know what I'm saying? I use it for things that I don't want to miss. So all of that stuff y'all got coming to your email that's spam or doesn't need to be seen in a timely manner, you need to create your own little spam email on Gmail for free and move that stuff over. Okay, move that stuff over. Now, the great thing about if your professional email is a G Suite email, if you start to delete the same type of sender, it will ask you, do you want to delete all of them? Right? Every now and then it should be asking you, when it realizes you haven't been opening some of these emails from the same sender, it should be asking you, do you want to unsubscribe? Right? So what I would say is, before you get rid of the VA, have it get rid of some of that spam out of your email first. And then you go in, I would say on a Friday, so let's just say every Friday in May. Okay. And you're going to go in for an hour and you're going to do a little cleanup on that email. So that's how you could do that, Dr. LaFera. Hopefully that was helpful. Dewana, which one of these operational efficiency things do you know you need to be doing? And do you have any obstacle to getting it done?
Not really. I don't have any obstacles. But I can't really think of one that right off the top of my head that really stands out from that particular list. Okay. Once again, my operations are.
What about your food costs? You all right on food costs? Because that would be your supply.
I've been actually managing my food costs pretty well. Yeah, I've been managing my food costs pretty well.
Love it.
So yeah, right off the top of my head, I think I'm good.
Okay, well, just keep a lookout. Keep a lookout. All right, Dr. Toya, which one of these do you know you need to implement immediately? And do you have any obstacle to doing so?
I think just going back and looking at all of my monthly expenses and cutting out what I don't need. No obstacles. I just need to do it.
Gotcha. Love it. And Kimberly, can you come off the mic? If not, put it in the comments. Which one do you know you need to implement as soon as possible? And is there an obstacle to you doing so? And I think you need to use the studio comments. And so we're going to go to Dr. Tachi.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I would say the reconsidering non-core activities.
Yeah. And sometimes we don't even top of mind know what that is, right? because we finally built in this routine of things to do. But if you go back over your routine, that's when you might identify it. So no worries if nothing is top of mind, but if you go back and comb through what you're actually doing every day, you need to be looking at what is the actual impact of what you're doing. Because if it has no impact, or the impact is on down the line somewhere, we might need to stop doing that for now. So yeah, thank you for that, Dr. Tachi. Glow, what do you need to start doing immediately? And do you have any obstacle to doing it?
Hello, hello, hello. Looking at the blog, I would say that I need to automate routine tasks, being that I post. I don't post every day, but I'm looking forward to wanting to post every day. The obstacle that I do have right now is really to really make time for myself. I thought Mondays were it for me, but I really need to make time for myself throughout the week as well too. And I also need to know what platforms can I use in order for me to basically get all my information out there at one time. I was using Buffer, but Buffer keeps giving me issues and I don't know what else to use.
So are you talking about for your Facebook group?
For my Facebook group, for Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. I really want to post so it can just go out at one time, because what I normally do is that I go from one app to another app to another app. So that's tiring. And I find myself getting overwhelmed doing it.
Understood. What I will say is your Facebook group, you're going to have to use Facebook now, because as of 3 days ago, they pushed all of the third-party apps out of Facebook groups. So you will have to use a business suite over there to schedule. But the rest of it, one of the things that one of my top marketing gurus, her name is Marketing by Monray Toggle. She recommends Metricool. So let me put that over there. There you go. But also some of this stuff, y'all have heard of Zaps and Zapier, but there are other things that you can use to connect up stuff to make it automatic. One of them is If This Then That. So it's ifttt.com. Another one is there's a Zap alternative out there that's gaining in popularity. It was once offered on AppSumo. It's called Pabbly. Pabbly. I put that in the comments also. Let me throw it over here on YouTube. But yeah, think about these things as ways to kind of try to connect stuff up. And also sometimes you can project-based go on Fiverr, find somebody to connect this stuff up for you. Okay. But what you do is, instead of just going and trying to buy a gig, find somebody that does like, what do they call it? They call it, they may call it workflow. They might call it process, automations, whatever. Message them and say, hey, I have this, and this tech. I need them to connect up. Can you connect it for me? You know what I'm saying? So go through the messages so that you're finding the right person. Don't just look at the gigs and start buying gigs and you're not sure that they can connect up your particular tech. Okay. So that's another way to get it done. Heather, what is something you know that you need to get done immediately? And do you have any obstacle to doing so?
I think I also need to reconsider non-core activities. But I just combined everything into go high level. Like I was using, I don't know, felt like 14 different platforms. And that drives me insane. So just having the one platform is really gonna help a lot. And I'm working on automating routine tasks, but I don't even really have those fully identified, I guess, right now. So it's definitely going to be the non-core activities for me, because I think I do squirrel out on things that I think are important, but they probably are not.
Gotcha. All right. Did anybody have any questions about today's strategy and the how-to steps on how to get them done? Well, because I know y'all are tight-lipped and will give us shoot some air around our airtime. I have something prepared. But Kimberly Miles said she needs to do automation of content, getting rid of paid products that I'm not using. Most definitely. Y'all are some tech hoarders. Y'all be on AppSumo and all that stuff, just over there gathering stuff based on what you heard you need to be doing. Some of y'all paying for quiz platforms right now and have yet to build a quiz. Cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. All right. So let's talk about some other things that you could be doing other than the 5 that I gave you. So you can improve your energy efficiency, okay? And that is how you spend your energy, right? What are you spending a bunch of your energy on that takes a lot from you? Have you even looked at it from that perspective? So we looked at what takes a lot of time, right? But what about your energy? Right? Like right now, my energy is upside down. It's more in the afternoon. So I'm looking at my energy allocation. Okay. All of my creativity and stuff is in the afternoon and evening. So what I'm doing now is when I get through all of my meetings, I take my butt back to sleep, or I do something away from the computer because I know it's going to be a long night. Right? So I'm trying to, balance that out. So allocate your energy. All right. Consolidate software programs. We just talked about that. Your tools, right? So again, I still want you to, some of these all-in-ones, make sure that the things you definitely needed to do, that it does well. Okay. But also reap the benefits of the extra features. But don't be getting rid of stuff that is best in class to go to an all-in-one and then get over there. You can't even use it well and your business suffering. Okay. Because again, we still want the same high quality. We still want the same high performance. Okay. Outsource, specialized tasks. So even when I say go to a lean team, some of the things that some of your team members are doing is not even a routine thing. It's project-based, right? So instead of hiring somebody and paying them per month, pay them per project. Okay. So the specialized things that you need done, put it in project form and then pay for a project. Okay. At least now the money that you spent on team has definitely gone to something that moves the needle. Okay. Negotiate everything. Negotiate everything. One of the key reasons why I didn't have to go to Go High Level early as a priority is because I've negotiated a great rate with Active Campaign. Right? So I had a rate that was, I'll say $159 a month because I was over the 500 contacts and trying to go to the 1,000 contacts, right? So I was paying $159. Well, they changed that $159 to be $300 something. What? You ain't sent an email or nothing and you just charged me double? Oh no. Okay. And so I said, hey, well, I'm going to clean up my email list. I'll probably be under the 500. Let me just go back to the 500 contact plan. They said, oh, that plan doesn't exist anymore. What? I said, well, let me tell you this. I need you to look at my account and I need you to look at the fact that I have been a client of yours since 2017. And I want you to understand how I'm about to leave you and go to Mailer Lite and you're going to lose my money and my loyalty. I said, because also I need you to look at my affiliate commission link, because I talk about Active Campaign all the time and use my affiliate link to get people on Active. So I want you to look at all of that and come back to me and tell me what my plan is worth to you. So now I only pay $15 a month over there on Active Campaign for 500 contacts, and you can't even find that plan nowhere. So negotiate, right? Negotiate. If you've been a long-term client of anybody, you should be able to negotiate, okay? Think about your business. If you have long-term clients versus a new client, you're more apt to negotiate with your long-term client because it means something when you look at their lifetime value, right? It means something when they've been loyal and paying you instead of somebody else. So negotiate everything. All right. Maximize virtual work models. That is, increase the use of remote work arrangements, right? Some of that could go into energy though, right? Like I'm supposed to have a work away day of every Thursday. I ain't going nowhere this Thursday, but I did go somewhere last Thursday, right? So sometimes you being in the same remote space working, maybe you need to change your scenery. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, my ideas start to fly when I work from the beach with my toes in the sand. Those ideas get to flying, right? So think about where you're working and can you work from somewhere else just every now and then to stimulate the brain, stimulate that creativity, or maybe even If your house has a whole bunch of people in it, maybe we need to go somewhere that's a little quieter so we can get things done. All right. All right. But does anybody need a question answered about this? So let's go back to all 4 of our strategies that we talked about this week. We talked about streamlining your offer, which included streamlining your client avatar. We talked about enhancing your value proposition or your unique selling proposition. We talked about leveraging cost-effective marketing channels. And then today we talked about optimizing operations and reducing costs. Anybody have any questions about that or want to share your genius around that? Get ready to let me know, because over here on the YouTube side, Deborah Mitchell has said, I need to reconsider non-core activities, and she's still working on SOPs, okay? And don't y'all forget about the link that is my custom chat GPT for SOPs. It's shaycannon.com/SOP is the blog post that link is in. All right. So anybody have any questions about the entire week or any value adds you want to give from your own genius on how people can do better in these areas? All right, then it seems like we are done with the week. So you guys have a great day and a great weekend, and we'll see you right back here on Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. Y'all have a great day. The studio is closing in 5, 4, 3,